So I just reviewed the funky HornStone corner notch video, and I guess I'll label it part 1 now, but I'm gonna turn this thing into a pine tree, or try to. It's gonna be really tough to get flakes to go through this quartz, but I think I can make it look pretty good. I might only take like a flake here, one there, because it's pretty rough stuff in here. On this side, it's still pretty rough, especially in here. It's up towards the tip, it's actually nice material. You guys see that? I guess it'd help if I zoomed in. But yeah, on this side here, it's gonna be tough going, because I've even got a couple little step fractures started. That's like I don't know what it is, a little crystal in there or something. It's clear, whatever it is, translucent. So I gotta make it through that. What I'll probably do is try to take a larger flake right beside it and see if I can get under it. I don't think I'll be able to get it from this side. But anyhow, I'll probably just use my copper on my Ishi stick. I'll file it down to a nice fine tip. Let's see if I can get some nice pattern flakes going across there. A buddy of mine on Facebook was asking me, he's talking to me on Messenger, and he said, hey man, your videos have really been helping me. And I said, is there anything that you're struggling with that you might need help? Because a lot of times if one person's struggling, a lot more are. And he said, yeah, getting those flakes to run across there and look good, as far as the making them run farther and making like a pattern flaking. So the biggest trick to the pattern flaking, in my opinion, is getting your edge and all your contours really nice and smooth before you do it. And this is going to be like kind of a rough, fast one, but if I was to make a really pretty pine tree with real pretty flaking, you would want to get all your contours and surfaces really nice and smooth before you start throwing those big flakes across there, just to ensure they all are successful and they're all consistent. That's what makes them look real nice. But anyways, enough bull crapping. Let me clean my finger up here. Sorry about that. That was an earlier accident. So yeah. I don't know what I had on my finger, but it wasn't good. Not good at all. I think there was some catlinite, Minnesota pipestone on there, and probably some banded slate. A little chalky. Where's my brader? Here it is. So one more quick look at this stone. Stuff pretty wild. This is really, really cool stuff in here. It's like, it's much more highly silicified, but it's more crystallized also. than this other material. This stuff's a lot drier. It's still really nice, but a little bit drier. I can get another point out of this one, I think, and this one. There we go. Since I'm using copper, I'm going to go ahead and grind. And I'm not going to go through and tidy anything up. I'm just going to get flakes where I can. Sharpen this thing up a little bit. I beat this copper down with a 2.5 pound hammer on that anvil. I don't know if you guys can see that right down there. And it hardens that copper quite a bit. I like to have a soft copper tip also for finer work and finer edges and softer material. But you just gotta grind your edges a little more on the softer material to use if you're using the hardened copper. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? I might even be able to start out with one big flake right here. Right across here. If I can get it to take out part of that step fracture, I might be able to move up and get another one and clear the rest of it. It might even take care of this over here too. This is pretty rough looking right now. So let me see here. I want to try to get my finger in behind this thing for back edge support and really block the back edge of this thing so that helps that flake push through there deeper. Sharp back here. Didn't do it. Didn't go at all. So I'm going to isolate that area a little more. I'm going to take one there and another little bitty one right there. There we go. So essentially I made like a fluting nipple right there. Really concentrate on how I'm applying the force to this thing. Oh man, it didn't go. It's really on there. I'm just going to fold the leather around the back side of this piece. stout. I'm gonna have to isolate it some more. I got it ground too much. Alright, now it'll go. Part of it. Okay. I'll take it. I'm going to move up here and try to get another good one and see if I can undercut this stuff in there. Right in through here. It's a step fracture. It's smaller in there. The contours, the surface contours they aren't horrible right there in that spot, right lined up with that one ridge there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So it'll either go or it'll be a total catastrophe. Catastrophic. Grab the edge and pull across. It didn't feel good. It wasn't. I might still be able to get it. Ain't gonna happen, I know it ain't. I need my daggone pressure pad. I think if I do this and this, I'll be able to get better support. Got it. Cool. So I'll go ahead and flip it and try to get a couple nice big bold flakes on this side. Nothing crazy up here towards the tip. Except when you think you can grab a hold and get a good one. Yeah, that edge is a little high right there. You can't force these flakes in this quartzite like you can chert. Your edge has to be lowered. damage that edge right there. Alright, everybody cross their fingers. It went, but it didn't want to. It didn't want to at all. These flakes just aren't wanting to run through this stuff. That one went better. Let's see if I can get one right here now. Yeah. Maybe one there. Look at that. Cleared that thing right out of there. Cool beans. Come on. Big old crystal in there. I bet this thing's getting... Oh, wow. It's really translucent. It's crystal clear right here. There's a really clear crystal in that edge there. Try to preserve that. Okay. Well, it's not the prettiest pattern, but you know, in order to get the pretty pattern, what you want to do is you start at one end or the other, and I'll try to get a couple flakes on this side. You want to have a nice consistent edge all the way down. This isn't the best example because I'm not going for a real nice pattern, but for instance, if you start at the bottom over here on the right side of the point and take a flake up high enough above the barb where it's not going to hurt anything, and then you move up just to where that delta sweeping back down, and grab a hold of it again. Here, I'll show you on this other side. And it's not really going to work out like that, but that was ugly. So when you take a flake, it's hard for me to show on this edge here, but where the delta is sweeping back down, you want to grab a hold, you know, just ahead of the next of the where the flake initiated on the last one, you know, because that ridge isn't. It's actually where the flake is. The second flake is surfacing and meeting the surface right there. That creates that that straight line. You know, and you got to be pushing in the same direction on every flake. So if you're pushing up this way, where that flake's spreading out across this way and hitting the surface, that's where the ridge is going to be. If that makes any sense at all. I don't even know if I understood that gibberish. So, got up underneath that one. Very nice. So that's kind of getting the pattern down through there. So I'm going to get one more. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, where'd my barb go? Who took my barb? That was on there a minute ago. I'm sure of it. Oh well. Ain't that something? A little crumbly over there. I was probably putting a little too much pressure on it in this pad. I pushed when I should have pulled, or zigged when I should have zagged, or something. It's still going to turn out really good. Alright, so now all you gotta do is go through here on these really thin knife edges between your deltas and just pick out little serrations wherever you want them. You know, what you can do to make it easy on yourself is take your abrader and go down the edge this way, just to all the spots where it turns white is going to be your tips of your serrations. So you just want to take the edge back between those points. You know what I mean, Vern? Some of you younger guys didn't catch that one. Who's this Vern guy? You're looking up on YouTube right now. Vern, flint napping, Vern. You know what I mean, Vern? Ernest P. World. I seen Pee Wee Herman just died, man. That sucks. Dude was kind of weird, but I guess he was a good guy, well-respected dude. Paul something, maybe. Can't think of his name. I don't know if Ernest is still around or not. It was all the movies, like Ernest Goes to Camp and Ernest Goes to Jail. And just flip it around back and forth and take your little shearing flakes. Just shearing the edge back between these random serrations that we're making. If you come across a spot where it's not going to work out, you need to go ahead and make one. Just crunch one in there. You know, you don't want to crush in too much to where I want to keep these kind of gapped out. I don't want to get them real tight. But you don't want to crush it in too far where the crushing is obvious. Usually just one shot on either side is all you get. If you can pop a little sea flake out of there, more power to you. Half HornStone, half quartzite pine tree. Or funky HornStone pine tree. Yeah, those barbs will work out just fine. Just kind of zigzagging my way up through there. Got a little clear spot right on the tip. I almost knocked it off there completely, but it's still there as it stands right now. So I think what I need to do is go through here, do my serrations on this side. I don't think I didn't take any flakes on the other sides. I kind of got it backwards here. No, that's fine. Yeah, that'll work. I'll try to push a few of these flakes across here, just to get a little bit more of a better contour across there. And although it don't look horrible right now. If you're not careful, you'll have one set of your barbs will be pointing up in the air, and on the other side they'll be hooked pointing the other direction. Because sometimes you're working on opposite sides or something, I guess, is why that happens. But I gotta be conscious of that when I'm putting my serrations in. Just shearing the edge away with the edge of this tool. Almost there. I have to be careful over here not to stall crushing with this metal. Might be better off with the copper. Get a real fine, robust edge or point tip. I just did the edge. Let's talk edges video. Got edges on the brain. Okay, so let's try to get a couple flakes. One in there. One in there. And one right there. Kinda need one more. I can fix the rest of that when I do my serrations. Ooh, that was not good. Man, that edge gave away. Right here, that edge just folded off there when I applied pressure, and it put kind of a step fracture in there. Alright, so that's it. I think that'll symmetricize it enough. Getting close now. Hour and a half. Pine tree. Man, when I first started watching flint knapping videos, the sound of like abrading and some of the different noises, even the file noises still get me nowadays, but a lot of the abrading and scraping up back and forth lengthways on the edge, it would just raise every hair on my body, man. I had to force myself to hear it. A lot of times I just turn the volume down. Now it's like music to my ears. I fall asleep to it, like literally. Oh, that wonderful crunching and scraping. Oh, look at that. That little undetached flake popped out of there. Did you guys see that? Heck yeah. I'm tucking this barb in a little bit because I already know I got to do that to match that other side. Already know. You can use the corner of your tool to reach in there too and kind of pop these little sea flakes out of there. Just like little notches. Just get them all kind of roughly put in there. I'm really concentrating on staying in the frame on this video on this point. Hopefully it's showing. I'm trying to keep her zoomed in as much as I can. Come on, darling. You don't want to let go there. It's okay, you can stay. I'm gonna get your neighbor though. Yep. These are just random serrations, so I'm not really trying to make them look all the same. Although they're turning out pretty good. I think I might have lost a little bit of my tip. Somewhere along the lines. Whoop. Need to bring that in a little bit anyway. Nice thing about a serrated edge is you can always kind of make adjustments. If you lose a barb, you can kind of take the edge back in a little bit and build it back. A lot of times without messing with your symmetry too much. So I kind of like it. Some of those clipped wing doves and stuff that they call that, makes you wonder if they didn't happen on accident. One of them popped off and they just went ahead and matched it on the other side, you know, towards the end of the napping process. They said a few choice words and went ahead and made the other one symmetrical. There's a theory for you guys. Alright. The funky HornStone pine tree. Get it while it's hot, guys. $19.99. Shipping included. I'm just kidding. Somebody wants this. They can have it for about $5. Pretty cool though. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll catch you on the next one.